We're here with Edward and Seth from Ralph S. Albert's company, and these guys are on pretty much in every amusement park all across the nation, correct?
That is correct.
And tell us, how are you guys involved with these amusement parks?
We are a pretty unique custom molding company. We build all of our own tooling, and what we're doing is manufacturing the seats and pads that are in rides. So that's our relationship with all of the parks in the United States and 13 or 14 ride manufacturers.
So you make our rides comfortable, is what you do.
And safe.
And safe.
And safe.
Let's talk
safe
about
and comfortable.
First, yeah.
Of course, safe. So let's say we're an amusement park. Do you guys work with the manufacturers right off the bat to manufacture the seats and the covers and stuff?
You want to take that one?
Most of the work we do is from an aftermarket standpoint, repadding or refurbishing the parts that come from the parks. However, like you mentioned earlier, we do have relationships with a lot of the ride manufacturers and do also do some work for them too.
Okay.
So the answer to that would be yes and yes.
Yes and yes.
Sometimes they're coming into the park brand new from the factory. Sometimes we're manufacturing the parts from an aftermarket standpoint when the pads are worn out.
So that's when the park would contact you guys and say, hey, our roller coaster needs new pads.
Exactly.
And that's when you guys step in.
And you can see Matt's been walking around with the camera, all the different types of seats and restraints. There's the really cool Green Lantern one over here. Now, what's been some of the most recent ones you guys have worked on?
Actually, the one you just pointed out was the Green Lantern for SNS, and they actually just revealed
It's a fantastic one.
It is a very cool attraction.
In fact, the first parts were actually shipped to the show site to be put on that ride.
Very cool.
So, I mean, some of the other parts, we did all the seating and padding for Rip Ride Rocket at Universal Studios. That's one of the newest attractions. And then, you know, year in and year out, we're doing things all over the country. So.
Now, you guys have been on so many of these projects. Do you have a favorite one you worked on?
Oh, I'm going to take that one. The original Back to the Future ride.
Oh, nerds!
We love the original Back to the Future.
Well, I got to tell you, that was my first, one of my first trips to California. Got to watch the filming of some of the filming of the vehicle when they were in the DeLorean. And when they were taking a break during the filming, I was in there with a ruler and a measuring stick and stuff like that, taking pictures. We come back and said, no, we're going to do this. Obviously, if you remember those parts, there's a lot of theming on it. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of one of the first pads that really had a lot of color and theming on it. You know, I hate saying in my generation, all the pads were black. You know, in his generations, they're all themed, you know, colors that go with the ride.
So few people could say they turned a DeLorean into a time machine, and you're one of them.
There you go.
All right, very cool. Well, thank you guys very much for letting us stop by and chat with you. It was really cool. And
Thanks a lot.
next time you're sitting on a roller coaster, remember these guys.